Welcome to Sunday. It is June the 19th. It is about 2:06 p.m. And before I get into today's topic, I wanted to take a moment to say Happy Father's Day to all those folks that are fathers, and to especially give a special shout out to my best friend, who is the best dad that I know. Absolutely the best father that I know, and I am so very proud of him. So happy Father's Day to you. Consider him to be a little brother. Basically, that's how close I am to him. So happy Father's Day. So today I wanted to talk about tips. I wanted to give some tips to those of you who are just starting out in both astral projection and with reality shifting. Now, I've done videos on astral projection and when folks are first starting out in astral projection, but I've never done a joint video like this. And this is something that moving forward, I'm going to be doing more and more of, because I think it's important. I think that both communities share a connection, and that I think that they should be working together in so many different ways. I'm certain that there are folks from both the astral projection community and the reality shifting community that want to experience both. And since I am able to experience both things, I'm doing my very best to hopefully bring these two communities closer. In the end, I do believe that they need each other. So with this Sunday episode, I'm going to talk about tips on beginning both as an astral projector and as a reality shifter. Now, this first piece of advice is going to sound familiar to many of you out there that have been on my channel. I always encourage you to really sit down first, and you first really begin. And this goes for, again, for astral projectors or for reality shifters. Before you do anything, I want you to sit down and ask yourself why. Why am I doing this? Now, as I have said before, it doesn't have to be some profound reason. For me, it has always been exploration. I love to explore, and it's one of the reasons why I don't know that I'm necessarily interested in scripting and some of the other things that reality shifters talk about. Because for me, I want to discover things. I want to go to realities where I can discover things. I don't want things to be written for me or for me to write those things. And by the way, reality shifters, if I'm getting this wrong, because this is something I'm still learning, please feel free. If I haven't already said it, and I want to make sure people understand, this is an open community. I'm not going to, go at you or try to attack you if you say something, or if you say, this is what I believe, or this is what I have known in regards to this. If you say that and you have your thoughts, you have your opinions on this, please feel free to put them in the comments. I am one who listens. I will always listen, and I will read what you say. I may not always agree with you, but if I don't, I will always be polite when I, express my own point of view. So, and it's what I expect in this community of everyone else as well. My whole thing is just for us to be polite with one another, but we are going to have disagreements, I think, at times with this. So, but it's okay. It's all right to disagree. So why do you want to either reality shift or to astral project? Do you want to explore other worlds? Do you want to connect with other beings? Or do you want to go to a reality that is of your making, perhaps, or you want to script something, or whatever the reason, in regards to astral projection. Do you want to explore the universe, go to different planets, go to different dimensions, go to all these other places as well? You want to sit down and you want to ask yourself these questions. And again, the answer doesn't have to be profound. It doesn't have to be that, you want to be a monk and, in that you want to, discover, I don't know, whatever. And, again, it could just be because you want to explore. And for astral projectors, it could be because you just want to know what it's like to fly. And that's kind of the really cool thing. So first, ask yourself why. The second thing to do is to sit down and go over every fear and every doubt that you've ever had about either thing. In astral projection, one of the common fears is that you won't be able to get back into your body, or another common fear is that you're going to be attacked by some evil entity or something. In shifting, I'm not as experienced with that and knowing the fears that are out there. I'd imagine that one of the fears could be that you could be attacked by a being. And let me add something here with you, for those shifters that are listening, because I want to make sure you know this. I have experienced realities, for the vast majority of places I've been to. The people have been open and curious and wanting to know about us. But I've gone to places that have been hostile, in a way. And hostile in the sense of not anyone trying to attack me, but hostile in the sense of, what are you doing here? Why are you here? I think that there are certain places that know about being able to shift to different realities, and perhaps they don't like it when folks from here come over there, or perhaps they don't think that other beings should be coming over there. Who knows? Who knows what their reasons are? But I wanted to make sure I was clear about that. It's not always wonderful, and you don't always have people pleasantly welcoming you and things like that. I've had those other experiences as well. And if there is hostility, open hostility, I've left a place because of that. I mean, there are an infinite number of places I believe that you can visit. So why are you going to waste your time in a place where people might not be as welcoming? So, but that's entirely, that is, of course, entirely up to you. But take all those fears, every fear, every doubt that you had. Again, even those of you that have been doing this for a while, that have been a part of, whatever community you happen to be a part of, that's been, believed completely in shifting. There's always that small piece of doubt, whether it's astral projection or reality shifting. There's always that little bit of doubt that you have. You want to put that all out on the table, everything, put it all out there. It's important because you really don't want this stuff to be coming up when you're actually making the attempt, or even when you're successful, because especially with the astral plane, these things can manifest themselves if you have deep fears about certain things. They can manifest themselves and appear as something. And it might not be very pleasant if that fear or doubt or whatever appeared as something. So you want to get as much of that out of your system as you possibly can. Also, with reality shifting, if you're finding that you're not having success, that could actually be blocking you from moving forward if that's what you want to do. When you put your fears out there, when you put your doubts out there, they lose their power. When you say it out loud, when you say that this is what it is, it loses its power. It isn't as powerful as it is if you keep it locked up in the darkness inside of you. So get it out there. Number one, get it out there. So get those things out. And then once you've done that, I want you to begin to lie down and to go over the whatever visualization, whatever techniques resonate with you. Now, I'm fairly sure that there are a lot of people, there may be a lot of people, I don't know, that might be a bit annoyed with me because I don't say anything specific about a specific technique, one that works all the time, that has, it's like a magic formula. It's this magic bullet that every time you do it, it's going to work. And I can tell you that the reason why I don't say that is because I don't believe that there is a technique out there that exists that's like that. And by the way, something that I will preach until the last breath in my body, this is something that I believe in so passionately, is that there is no one out there, there is no guru, there is no teacher out there that has the power to get you out there. Or to get you out there, to get you out into either the astral plane or to get you shifting. I know that there are people that will invest in these packages and that will pay people, but I do not believe this. In fact, the only thing that I believe in is you. I believe in you. I don't believe in any of these people that say that they have the magic formula to do this. I believe that you have the magical formula to do this. It's somewhere inside of you. And in order for you to achieve it, I think one of the things you're going to have to do is you're going to have to believe that you can do that. And it's a lot more difficult than it sounds. We are so complex. This is so interesting. We're such complex beings. And, we can be our own worst enemy. We can totally block ourselves and keep ourselves from achieving things like this. The one thing that we need to be able to do is get out of our own way and allow it to happen. So what I want you to do is I want you to look around for a technique, a visualization, whatever it is that works for you. It could be something that I've said in my whole beyond body shifting things. One of the things that I talk about is pushing against space and imagining myself pushing against space. That's one of the things that I do, as if I'm trying to push through three-dimensional space. But you may have another technique. I've also talked about with astral projecting, imagining yourself leaving your body or imagining a white light around you like I did when I first astral projected. These things work for me. What I want you to do is find something that works for you and believe in it. Believe in yourself. My goodness, we want to put our faith in others when we should be putting our faith in ourselves, because we're the only ones that can do this. Now, one of the things that I wanted to share, especially with reality shifters, but this also I think goes for astral projectors as well, is something that I talked about in my last video where I had my first DR or desired reality experience. What I've noticed is, at least from some of the things I read, I think there are certain people who want to do the reality shifting things that are basically, maybe trying to create all these complex things in the very beginning. And my advice is to keep things simple in the beginning. For me, it was thinking about going to a place where it was raining because it was very hot. A very simple thing, just rain. And what does rain feel like? I was thinking that in my head. I was thinking about the substance of what it would feel like to feel raindrops hitting my head. All of those things, I was just thinking about those things and really trying to immerse myself in it. Now, once I reached that middle space, and this is another question a lot of people will ask, well, how do I reach that middle space? It's not easy. And it's something that takes practice. You have to really have the ability to keep your mind in some place and somehow aware of things, but also you need to be relaxing at the same time. And it is a tightrope that you're walking. My best advice in regards to this, in regards to hitting this space, is to try it in the morning. That's the best advice I can give you, because most of my success has happened in the morning. Now, it may not work for you, but also this will help you. If it's not working for you, maybe the evening will work better. So keep it simple in the very beginning. Do something simple. It could be you're going to a place where it's snowing. It could be that you're going to a place where it's sunny. And then what's important after that is just to add one layer after another. Again, you're building. You're being patient. You're going one step at a time. And eventually you find that you're able to do exactly what you want to do. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. And by the way, I will be doing more videos like this, especially if you guys are telling me this is stuff that you want. Until next time, take care.